This video is about understanding and diagnosing the condition of our bone tissue, or ashti, dhatus, according to Ayurveda. Ashti meaning bone, dhatus meaning tissue. Now, of course, having bones is very important for overall support of our body, supporting of our muscles, supporting our frame. Gives us stability, confidence, security, stamina, and we know things like whole grains, leafy greens, seaweed, and all foods that support our fat tissue and fatty foods will support our bones as well. Now, we can have, according to Ayurveda, 3 imbalances of our bone tissue: Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Vata, the bones will be depleted; Pitta, the bones will be inflamed; and Kapha, the bones will be in excess. So when there are 2 Vata, we're going to have cracking of the joints, osteoarthritis, or we could say degenerative bone condition. So that a degenerative bone condition is Vata in the bones, osteoporosis, scoliosis, and of course this leads to bone and joint pain, not inflamed bone and joint pain, which is Pitta in the bones, but this kind of dry, cracking, and painful type of arthritis, a degenerative arthritis. That's Vata in the bones. These imbalances called ashtadushti, or imbalances based on the a dosha. So signs that you have too much Vata in the bones are brittle hair, brittle nails, and split hair ends. This is also a sign. Cracked hair, nail cuticles, tooth cavities, excess cavities. These are all signs that you have depleted bones, because the teeth are like sub tissue or subdatsu of the bone tissue, and the nails and the hair are like the waste product of the bones. So we can analyze the condition of your bones by looking at your teeth, first of all, and secondary the amount of hair and nails on the body. So when the hair starts falling out, the hair's cracking, the nails are cracking, the hair is splitting, then we know that there's a degenerative bone condition taking place. It may take time for the pathology to progress till you have the pain. It can start off with cracking and losing hair, and then eventually it can lead to degenerative bone condition and even rheumatoid arthritis, once the immune system's involved and there's another cause of inflammation. Now, secondary is imbalance of bone tissue, ashti, dhatus, is Pitta. And Pitta, of course, is hot and heating and slightly oily, and this creates an inflammatory arthritis condition. This is where there's heat and inflammation on the joints. They're painful and inflamed. And there'll be hair loss. You'll be losing hair, and nail infections, tooth abscesses, even bone abscess, but mostly we're seeing joint pain. And often, it goes along with muscle pain as well. Muscle and joint pain often go together. And if they're both inflamed and tender and warm and hot, then we know this is Pitta is causing the problem. And if there's too much Kapha in your bone tissue, you'll get bone spurs, scoliosis of the spine, excess hair growth, excess teeth, and even hypothyroidism. To increase the bone tissue this much, generally it caused by excess calcium, magnesium supplements, zinc supplements, too much of these mineral supplements, poor digestion, and on serious conditions like typhoid will also lead to increased bone tissue. But most common is decreased bone tissue, a lack of calcium, magnesium, zinc, and other minerals. And also heavy metal toxicity can deplete the bones and give you many of these same symptoms of joint pain, hair loss, and kind of a degenerative bone condition. Also, malabsorption can contribute to this. You're not able to absorb the minerals. The root of the bones system is coming from the colon, so it's we know we're absorbing the minerals from the colon. So if you have poor absorption in your colon, then you're going to have lack of minerals, and this creates a degenerative bone condition. Also, excess exercising, particularly jogging, vata increasing diet, too much beans, salads, raw vegetables can contribute to degenerative bone conditions. And of course, menopause, which is a pitta condition, can also lead to degenerative bone conditions. And even insufficient milk during childhood can lead to degenerative bone conditions, and also excess antibiotics. And of course, these symptoms, as I mentioned, hair loss, dry, rough nails, and of course, this is going to create a fatigue and lead to a degenerative bone condition. So, just to review, let's look at your bones. If they're dry and cracky and brittle, and your hair is splitting and falling out, and your fingernails are splitting, you're having cavities, then you have too much vata, degenerative. You need to increase the minerals and increase those foods that will support your bones. This is one disadvantage of being vegan. I believe in not consuming dairy for moral reasons, but sometimes for health reasons. It's the easiest way to build our bones is by increasing these animal protein. And then next is an inflammatory bone condition where there's hot, burning type of inflammatory pain. And the least common of the three is excess bone tissue, where there's bone spurs and excess hair growth. So look at your bone tissue and try to analyze it from this point of view, whether it's too depleted as in vata, too inflamed as in pitta, or in excess as in kapha. And then you need to make the necessary changes, both through diet, lifestyle, and even herbal treatments to improve and balance the condition of your bone tissue.